Due to international shipping regulations, your MBU will come in two shipments. One will be the battery, the other one will be the hardware. When you receive it, first thing you want to do is open the MBU and remove the documentation. And then we proceed to remove some of the equipment. First, we take the camera and the light and we remove it and set it aside in a safe place. Next, we disconnect the topaz from the laptop, the power from the laptop, and the USB from the laptop. We actually insert these plugs in holes that have been marked in the phone. This allows them to stay in place as you go to connect the battery. The next one is the printer. We lift the printer out and we disconnect the power and the USB, and likewise we place them in the holding holes. At this point, we've removed all the hardware that we need to remove on this deck. In order to lift the deck up now, we want to make sure that we hold the MBU down, the MBU ASB, the auto switch box down, and we grab the phone at this strongest point here, and we lift straight up as the MBU stays in place, as the ASB stays in place. Then we flip it this way. If you bring the camera across this way, you can see what it looks like on the inside. Okay? Switch places here. And you grab the battery, and the battery goes in the battery well, as can be seen here. If you want to come up above so they can see where the battery goes. Okay? And we just slide the battery in with the pigtail facing the back. And that's where it goes. We find the blue and gray connector, and we connect that to the blue and gray connector on the pigtail. As such, you want to pull this cable out so that it doesn't hinder us when we go to put this back. At this point, we hear the fan activated, and that just tells us that the MBU or the ASB is in battery mode. So all you do is depress the standby button for a second, and it puts it back into standby. Now we have to be careful that the ASB fits in the hole that is made for it. And the easiest way is to stick your hand through here and find its place. Once you do that, you can push everything right back down. Before we continue with the assembly of the MBU mobile box, we have to attach the batteries for the individual devices that will also be shipped, again, separately due to international hazardous materials shipping regulations. First one that we'll do is the printer. As you can tell on the printer, there's a slide here. The printer battery has the contacts towards the bottom. The contacts go into the slide. So you just place it and it snaps in place. Your printer's ready to be installed into the box. The laptop ships also without the battery. It ships with two batteries. The battery slice and the extended battery. First one we're going to install is the extended battery. And the extended battery is pretty simple. All we do is we incline it and let it snap back into place. Next is the battery slice. This one's a little more difficult. This connector needs to coincide with that connector. So you look at it at an angle like this until they're in place, and then it snaps in place. At this point, we reverse the steps and we actually put the camera back in its place. We insert the printer back in its slot, but first we connect the power to the printer. and the USB to the printer. And we make sure these cables fit into their holes. Okay, there is a plastic film here that's a paper guide, and the laptop must go under that, like so. We connect the USB to the laptop. We connect the power to the laptop. And we make sure that this film is above the laptop, and we connect the final USB to the signature pad, and you are now ready to use this. You can put the power cord back into the hole here, and once that is done, we can actually close the MBU, and since it's already on standby, it is ready to move within your country.